Millions of African citizens die every year from preventable, treatable diseases such as AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. Malaria itself kills 660,000 people annually, most of whom are children under the age of 5 in Africa. Ridding the continent of these scourges will require the collective support of all parts of society across Africa.
Friends Africa is an indigenous Pan-African non-governmental organization. It's a non-profit based in Africa, based here in Lagos, Nigeria, which works to mobilize political and financial support from Africa's civil society, private sector, and government in the fight against AIDS, TB, and malaria. Friends Africa was started out of a need to address the advocacy gap in AIDS, TB, and malaria programming within Africa.
Friends of the Global Fund Africa works to unite Africans from various backgrounds to fight these diseases by reducing stigmatization, educating on prevention, and raising money to fund the fight.
Friends Africa have been doing advocacy, telling people about not to stigmatize people with HIV or any other sickness. As far as somebody is qualified for work and can do it, employ the person. So by doing that, people will feel good. And also they've been seeing to that the children are not pushed out of school. They've been doing that too. Even the poor people in the rural villages, they've been going down to the grassroots.
Basically, what we do at Friends Africa is to try to make the African constituency to understand the importance of the Global Fund to Africa. We have a flagship project called SME Workplace Policy Development Project, which actually involves training these SMEs on how to put together policies that will help them address issues on HIV and AIDS, TB, and malaria in their workplaces.
There was all this funding coming into Africa, and this funding was being used to fund technical programs on AIDS, TB, and malaria. But we noticed that there was a gap. I particularly saw there was this gap in advocacy. We have all this funding, but do we have the right set of credible voices involved in the discussion so that the money is put to good use and so that the money is constantly being replenished, so that the Global Fund is kept funded, and so that within Africa, health programs are implemented properly and targets are met.
Earlier this year, Friends Africa secured an additional $500 million over 5 years from the Nigerian government to fight HIV and AIDS in Nigeria. Friends Africa is at the forefront as Africans from all over the continent take charge of their own health.